Welcome back, everybody. It is now time for What's Hot. This is where we take a few minutes to talk about the stories that have everybody talking.
We are joined by local blogger Rochelle Fritsch. Jeff Wagner back with us. A federal judge has blocked the John Doe investigation. That investigation was looking into possible illegal coordination between conservative groups and its support for Republicans during the recall campaigns. Should the judge have stopped the investigation? This whole thing has a lot of arms and legs.
Well, but here's the important thing. This investigation has been a disgrace and a politically motivated witch hunt from the start. Here's what's going on now. You have a state judge that is supervising it that has essentially thrown out all the search warrants saying the theory of investigation doesn't constitute a crime. That's the state judge who's supervising this, saying, okay, no. Now you have a federal judge, Judge Randa, who's not only agreed with that, but he's gone one step further and said that the way this is being conducted is in violation of the constitutional rights of the people who have been subjected to this. The way this has been conducted, early morning search warrant raids, has been absolutely appalling. It has been politically motivated from the beginning. And here's what's even more aggravating. Right now, as a result of this lawsuit, the taxpayers are picking up the tab to defend some of these prosecutors who have launched onto this witch hunt. Already this is costing us hundreds of thousands of dollars. They say they're going to pursue it. There needs to be consequences, and it needs to be directed at John Chisholm, a couple of his assistant district attorneys, and the special prosecutor who I've known for years.
All right, now you got that out. What is the legal question at the core of this investigation? It's alleged illegal coordination between candidates and private political groups.
And the state judge has already said even their theory of the case, even if they could prove the facts, does not constitute a violation of state law.
So should there be an investigation, though?
Well,
or
of course
just
not.
The way in which it was handled?
Well, no.
How do you investigate, alleged impropriety between campaigns and outside organizations?
And that was going to be my question. I mean, what's the end game in this? Truly, what's the purpose?
Their theory does not constitute a crime. That's at least what one state judge, the state judge supervising this, said. Even if you could prove all the facts, your theory doesn't constitute a crime. And that's what the federal judge is saying as well.
So who investigates illegal coordination between candidates and outside groups?
Well, if you've got a valid theory of the law, the point is the facts that they are alleging wouldn't constitute a violation of the law. That's what the issue is. And so you say, who would investigate
this?
Well, I mean, theoretically,
do the feds have to come in?
Well, again, here's what the problem is. The problem is their theory doesn't, under the law, at least according to a state judge and a federal judge, doesn't constitute a violation of the law, illegal coordination. It doesn't constitute that. Their alleged theory doesn't even constitute a violation of the law. And this is going to get worse for the prosecutors before it gets better. It's been a disgrace from the jump, though.
And it will be appealed. So we're not done with it yet. Coming up next, we reveal the viewer's choice topic of the day.
And Brian Goddard back with another look at the forecast. It's getting nothing but better for the rest of the week. Back after this. And we are joined by Rochelle Fritsch and Jeff Wagner, 620 WTMJ. So today's viewer's choice topic, climate change is here and it will only get worse. That according to a new report from the White House. It states, get used to more flooding, wildfires, drought. Scientists say it's already making life tougher for many folks. This is a hot one for meteorologists. What is your thought on climate change? Kind of a hot button issue actually for everybody.
No pun intended. I tell you what, I think there's all these arguments that are going on about did man cause it, did man not cause it? Is it a factor, is it not? All we need to do is look at what's been going on the past couple years. Something is going on with the weather. So I don't even want to have that conversation. I think the important conversation is, what are we doing to prepare? What are we doing with infrastructures? How are communities being preventive in what we can do whenever what is going to hit us is going to hit us? We have a lot of flooding around here. What are we doing with our drainage systems and everything else like that, since this seems to be a trend?
Well, I do want to have the debate. I mean, I understand that I understand there's people who say, and first of all, you've got this alarmist report that's out there, but here's the truth. Actually, especially over the last 10 years, that the planet really hasn't been warming that dramatically, certainly not in North America. In addition, the examples of extreme weather are really down. We don't have as many tornadoes as we've had in the past. Now, again, when we have a tornado, because of the 24/7 coverage, it gets a lot of coverage. Hurricanes are down. The number of tornadoes are, in fact, down. Now, I understand that you do have severe weather that's occurring, and I don't disagree with you that you need to figure out a way to deal with that. But I guess part of the other alternative is, okay, what are we going to do? This is the war on fossil fuels. Well, okay, do we all want to say, all right, we're going to keep our homes at like 55 degrees in the winter? Are we going to stop, burning coal? This is what these issues are, and I guess you have to have the balance, because I appreciate that maybe you've got some global warming, but at the same time, we have to live.
But I think everything in moderation. I do think we need to make some changes, because we have more knowledge now versus, let's say, the 1950s and how we did things, like pouring things into rivers and people getting sick from toxic materials. So I think that we need to live sensibly, not go completely overboard, but there are more of us now. I mean, I think that our planet's becoming overpopulated, and that has an effect on the environment and everything else. So.
Well, there's short term and there's long term. To me, the short term is how can we better prepare for things when they happen. I think the long term, what can we do to mitigate it? So yeah, what are we having our thermostats at? What are we looking at as far as fossil fuels?
All right, we got to go to our lightning round. Sorry.
We didn't even get into cap and trade. I was all wound up on that one.
No,
okay,
this is much better. A California high school is cracking down on NFL-style draft prom dating. Some male students, they buy a draft ticket. Females then are drafted as dates for the prom. The principal sent parents an email about the draft.
Okay, here's my question.
Your thoughts on all of this?
Well, here's my question to you two ladies. All right, you're in high school. You find out that you have been drafted, and that's why certain guys are asking you out. What's your reaction going to be?
It all depends on the guy. Okay, wait, no.
No, right. Okay, my teenage mentality would say, hey, that's cool, I'm popular.
Right.
Is the guy cool? Yes. But my grown-up woman mentality would say, no, I'm not dating you because you drafted me.
Well, and here's the other thing. It seems like the girls are willingly participating in this
because it's
to an
a
extent.
Status thing. It's a popularity
well,
thing.
Well, exactly. So what needs to be happening, and kudos to the school for sending something home to the parents, these parents need to be having a conversation with the girls and the boys. I'm going to say girls because we get caught up in what we look like, and there's this weird line with objectifying. These are questions that need to be, or conversations that need to be happening at home regardless if this is going on.
The teenage years, so complicated.
But see, what I don't get about this, there's many things I don't get, but one is that normally when you go to prom, isn't it, the guy is, don't you go with your girlfriend or don't you go with your boyfriend? I mean, if you've been dating somebody for a year, all of a sudden, I'm going to go with Frank.
Jeff.
You know what? But then there's people like me. I had to twist my brother's friend's arm into taking me.
I don't believe that for 1 minute. I don't believe that.
We got to go. The What's Hot discussion continues online. You can find that page, tmj4.com/hot.